Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we're heading back to the US. My first stop of the day will be Avis at Heathrow Airport as I have to return the Volkswagen Polo. From there, we're going to make our way back to Terminal 2 and board our first of 2 flights. After arriving at Avis and returning the car, I boarded the shuttle to the terminal and made my way inside to the check-in area. Now Terminal 2, which is also known as the Queen's Terminal at Heathrow, is home to all Star Alliance members, such as United. If you remember, we arrived at Heathrow on United, but today we're taking Lufthansa home. This is my first time flying Lufthansa, so let's see what they're all about. Anyways, the check-in process is pretty unique at Heathrow. Your airline is in a certain zone, and you need to check in at that zone. I'll link a video from United as to what to expect at Heathrow up above. Lufthansa gave me the opportunity to check in my carry-on bag, so I had to make my way to an agent to have them check in the bags. The agent was pretty cool and actually tagged both my bags as Star Alliance priority, since I had a bit of a tight connection at Frankfurt. Little did I know that that would not help me at O'Hare. More on that later. After checking in for my flight and heading through security super early, I decided to walk around Terminal 2. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Terminal 5 at LAX or the entirety of Orlando International Airport, as that they're both like giant shopping malls. There's a lot to see and a lot to buy if you want to shop till you drop, but I'm not really into that. Let's take a look around to see what they have to offer. Alright, hey everybody, so I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to be quiet here. It's a nice airport here at Heathrow. All the stores are mostly in a centralized area. There's no stores near the gates, which is really interesting. You know, like, you go to like an American airport, you know, there's like a store every like 3-4 gates, versus here it's like, nope, you got gates. And like I said, everything's in a centralized core. It's like going to a mall. Like, if you've ever been to Orlando International, that entire airport is basically a mall. You know, it's like, oh look, if they had room for a Sears, they put one here. Why did I just say Sears? R.I.P. Sears. So I got the car returned, thank God. So, got on the shuttle at like no wait, boarded the shuttle, got to the terminal, and then I hope this is a sign of good luck. Even though I'm not a Packer fan, I saw a group of Green Bay Packers fans, and I said, "Go Pack, go!" and told them I was from Wisconsin. You know, I didn't tell them I'm a Lions fan. So, like I said, hopefully that's a sign of good things to come on this trip. Hopefully the next thing before you know it, I'll be boarding the plane, heading to Frankfurt. You're not really going to hear from me in Frankfurt because I'm going to have to run to the gate. I'm also watching BBC News, and yeah, there really isn't much for me to do. I've got 2 hours and 15 minutes to kill. You know, I would rather be early than late, honestly. Just because I didn't know what to expect of security. I didn't know what to expect. If I had to go through an immigration check or what. Like, I've watched, you know, UK Border Force and Customs UK and all that stuff, and it seems darker a little bit than, you know, what is really real. Yeah, honestly, I've walked around, checked out the stores, went to the bathroom. Also, another plus, if you're, you know, at least my experiences in Europe are probably different than yours. This is my first time at Heathrow. I've also gone through Fiumicino Airport in Rome, and they have smoking areas. Like, I'll admit, I vape. You know, smoking's bad for you kids, but, you know, it's helping me to try to quit smoking for the most part. In Fiumicino, they have like a box you go into inside the terminal. Like, versus here at Heathrow, you go down a few sets of stairs and then you go outside and smoke. So that was interesting. You know, like, if we had that in the US, you know, maybe, you know, people wouldn't be like trying to vape on airplanes or anything. But yeah, all in all, I'm just watching planes. Holy crap, I gotta go get this. Holy crap, that's huge. JetBlue, United, there is an Air Canada, BA. JetBlue is surprising though.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
7C. Okay. Alright, welcome on board the Lufthansa A320. It's a quick flight to Frankfurt. I did not have the most legroom here, and there was not much else to report on, but it was a good flight. For an hour-long flight, the flight attendants actually did a snack and beverage service. They gave everybody a bottle of water, and before departure, I pre-ordered a pretzel, cinnamon roll, and a cup of coffee. The pretzel was good, but definitely needed salt, and the cinnamon roll was amazing. Lufthansa offers Del Mar coffee, which is one of the best airline coffees I've ever had in the air. The Del Mar coffee is a close second to United's Illy coffee. Before landing, the flight attendants came around and gave everybody a piece of Lufthansa branded Lindt chocolates. But after an hour, we touched down in Frankfurt, and I had to make my way from one end of the airport to the other to catch my flight back to Chicago. Let's hear from me at Frankfurt.
Flights. Connecting flights. Connecting flights. Right. Connecting flights. Connecting flights. Smoking lounge. But no connecting flights. That. Oh, sorry. Chicago. Where the hell's Chicago? Let him carry on. Yeah, that's a thief. Okay. Z. Okay. Let's go. Level 3 departures. I'm so confused. $47. I'll follow him. I don't know where I'm going.
Southern Palace. Oh shit. Alright, I am literally walking as fast as I can through this fucking airport. Trying to get to Z69. Right in the B gates. I'm fucked. Alright. A-D-E-Z. Okay, turn right. I hope I'm gonna make it. I hope I'm gonna make it. Z. Transit Hotel, C26 AZ. AZ.
Indeed, so far. Yes, 2 minutes. C area, as you're saying.
Alright, 432.
Terminal
432. Gate open. 520. Okay. Okay. I don't know what gate open means, but that's kind of making me nervous. But I'm rushing, guys. I'm rushing. I mean, from what little I saw of Frankfurt, it's beautiful. So, you know, I've got ancestral blood here on my mother's side. But that doesn't help me in this case. Maybe it does. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Oh, crap. I gotta wait for a train. Okay. Z. Great.
Dieser Zug fährt zu Terminal 1, Bereiche A und Z. This train goes to Terminal 1, concourses A and Z. Aus Sicherheitsgründen ist die Mitnahme von Gepäckwagen in den Zügen nicht erlaubt. Due to safety reasons, it is not allowed to take baggage carts onto the train.
Actually, let's go this way.
Türen schließen. Bitte zurückbleiben. Doors are closing. Please stand back.
Okay. Here we go.
Zug fährt ab. Bitte festhalten. Train is departing. Please hold on to the handrails. Diese Skyline bringt Sie zu Terminal 1, Bereiche A und Z. This skyline takes you to Terminal 1, concourses A and Z.
Okay. I forgot every other country says Z. I say Z, because America.
Anfahrt Terminal 1, Bereiche A und Z. Approaching Terminal 1, concourses A and Z. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts. Exit on the right, direction of travel. Bitte lassen Sie kein Gepäck im Zug zurück. Please do not leave any luggage on the train.
Okay. Z. Non-EU nationals are registered for border control? What do you do to Z? Okay. Abflug. Departures. Are any of these working? No? What the hell? What kind of fucked up country is this? Fucking shit. I'll run to get back to Chicago. Motherfucking. Okay. Oh, they cut off a sign. Okay, I don't normally run up escalators. Holy shit, I'm gonna make it. I'm determined. I thought it was all the way down. Okay. I hate this place. Alright, Zed. 1720? What does that mean? I'm not running. My knees are giving out. have to go through security. No time to stop at the duty-free shop. From Kentucky to Frankfurt, though. That's cool. Absolute. So, all these duty-free shops, it's usually the same shit. Candies, liquor, cigarettes, perfumes, toys. Let's see. Alright. Almost there. Z50 to 69. You got it, Sammy. You got it. Alright. 1720. This is a very, very unlit airport. I don't know where I'm going. Only business ever forward my ass. Ow! Okay, we're running. We can at least slow down a little bit and walk faster. But wow, is this evil. Sorry guys, I'm out of shape. Clearly I'm out of shape. Going as fast as I can. Trying to get to this gate. Fanta. Where was that German Fanta they made in World War II? Ooh, smoking. I need to smoke. I don't, but holy balls. I am fat. Almost there, Sam. Almost there. Boarding is starting now, so I should be okay. So I had to stop for security check. There was a lady that tried to bypass it. What they did was they have it separated for like Star Alliance, Gold, and whatever, like higher status, and Lufthansa Senator members or whatever, and then General for people on the left. And the lady just like started running through, and it's like, I looked at them like, yeah, they're gonna check me. So, like, 3 more gates down, and soon I'll be on my way to Chicago. Thank God. I honestly didn't think I was going to make this flight. Like, I'm seriously sweating like crazy. Okay. Z69. Excuse me. Okay. I have no idea what's happening. I made it.
That's who, yeah. But the woman was talking to.
362 to both sides of the gate at C69. Thank you.
Okay, we have both the other adults now. I was like, one of us has to get on this plane with these kids. We were sacrificing Kyle to the they would not care.
So
Recognize you right.
Thank you.
Okay, see how this goes.
How did we miss that?
Yep, sorry.
There's the lavatory. Almost there.
So welcome on board the Lufthansa A340. The A340 is a really unique plane, and this is my first and only time on board one of these unique planes. This time, we actually have a video screen, as it was a long flight across the Atlantic back to Chicago. I still don't have much legroom here, but I have more legroom than what I had on board the A320. After takeoff, I decided to hang back and watch movies. But before the meal service, I actually had to head to the lavatory, and I'll show you what makes the A340 truly unique. The lavatories are actually located downstairs in the belly of the plane. Let's take a look. Now after heading down the stairs, if you look immediately to your left, you will see the crew rest area. The lavatories were some of the largest I've ever been in on any airplane, and they definitely were the most cleanest.
Okay, I'm on the plane, and I'm in a downstairs lavatory. Clean. Hi. I'm gonna do my business.
But after visiting the lavatory, the flight attendants came around with bags of cracker mix and beverages. I decided on Diet Coke, which the surprising thing is that Lufthansa did not allow me to have the can. And after a while, dinner was served. Tonight's meal is pasta with both tomato and pesto sauces and vegetables, a piece of brie cheese, dinner roll, cake, and a horrible carrot salad. Seriously, this carrot salad was disgusting to me, but also, I do have the palate of a 5-year-old. The carrot salad was literally carrot shreds soaked in vinegar with sesame seeds on top. I did try to sleep on the way back to Chicago, but I just couldn't sleep. I stayed up the entire flight and just watched movies. But before landing at O'Hare, the flight attendants came around with a quick meal service again. This time, they came around with Gouda pesto paninis, and later on did another beverage service. I got me another cup of Lufthansa's delicious Del Mar coffee. And once again, before landing, the flight attendants came around again, offering everybody a piece of Lufthansa-branded Lindt chocolates. Now, the US federal government was still shut down at this point, and because of this, the amount of flights that were allowed to land at O'Hare was limited. At one point, we did have to enter a holding pattern over Lake Michigan, and we were flying over Milwaukee. But after a while, we landed, and after clearing through customs and immigration in record time, thanks to me having global entry, we had to wait a baggage claim. This took 45 minutes for my bags to get off the plane. So much for having my bags tagged as priority.
It's 11:22 p.m. I'm finally home. I got my bags in. I don't know why my smart speakers make that sound. If you have an answer, please let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna pass out. I've been up for 18 hours, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I'm tired of that energy drink. Just third wind, maybe. They got me home at least. So, yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and all that stuff. Yeah, I'll catch you later.
If you're looking for an airline that flies to the great wonders of the world, you could say we have it covered. Because Lufthansa flies to 180 cities in 82 countries around the world. Lufthansa, worldwide and worldwise.